It's important to know ourselves, to understand our proximity to our Lord. Thinking that because of the energies, because of the strength of the shaykhs that we reach somewhere. And the reminder is, no, you're taking the faiz of shaykhs that reach somewhere, but to know yourself is to know your Lord. When you see what category you fit and what the character and the characteristics of the nafs are, then much easier for us to understand and to be humble with the understanding. Mulhima.
The balanced or inspired self, the third level, is the state in which the good has begun to predominate in this struggle. The tyranny of egoism has been overcome and a more or less integrated self is attained. The quality awakened here is the renunciation of worldly longings and ambitions. Although it is only the third level of human development in the Sufi system, it is no minor accomplishment. It requires a great deal of personal, psychological work and of course the blessings of Allah. This is a stage where the seeker is rewarded for his efforts, persistence and obedience to his highest self and his spiritual teacher. Now he occasionally receives messages from inside of himself, soundless wordless inspirations which give him direction, encouragement and the strength to continue in his advancement. Yet there are still grave dangers. The devil is capable of imitating divine inspirations.
So we reach a point in which we try to control the obvious bad, the arrogance, the wildness of the character, the ocean of hypocrisy. Everyone's going to go through it. If you don't feel that you've been through it, then maybe you're not there yet. There's no way to leave it, you don't jump over that ocean. The ocean of hypocrisy has to be felt, that you're trying to exemplify good character and you're yelling at home. You're trying to exemplify good character, you're yelling at work where you think nobody sees you. You're doing bizarre things on the internet. All of these things is ocean of hypocrisy. Giving advice to people when you have yourself know that you're completely empty, that you're crazy, and going giving advice for marital life and people's lives. Most psychiatrists are crazy and they're giving people advice. So from an ocean of nifaq and hypocrisy to give people advice when the advice should have been for yourself. So then tariqah comes and says, advise only yourself, talk only to yourself, build yourself, so that Allah doesn't keep looking at you as a hypocrite. That's why then the path was based on silence. Don't look at the one who talks and think, I should be talking too. Put a rock in your mouth. The one who's talking is in big trouble with Allah for his hypocrisy or her hypocrisy. It's not about that, you want to stop the hypocrisy. You're on a path in which to build yourself. Every time you make a mistake, astaghfirullah. Every time your family's angry with you, forgive me, ask them for forgiveness and then begin to pray to Allah for forgiveness. Ya Rabbi, take me out of this ocean of the munafiqeen, don't let me to die in this state of munafiqeen. So we have to traverse, this is like this Siratul Mustaqim and say, I'm not going to go over the fire. No, everyone walks the line, nobody has left it. So everything you do and identify yourself, but you're angry and explosive and fiery and all these characteristics that we described, then Allah looks to you, you're a hypocrite. So then you should be crying every night to get out of hypocrisy. Not that you take off your Islam but you take off shaitan. Don't leave Allah to run into the hands of shaitan, but to throw out shaitan so that you are with Rahman. The next level that they begin to step into that ocean is that the overwhelming fires and energies, their practices and all of their disciplines are now moving in onto them, dressing them, blessing them, and the knowledges they acquired are real for them and they have a firmness in their faith and they firmly fought against the hypocrisy of their character and they didn't speak until they were ordered to speak. because they knew their hypocrisy.
It is during this period that the relation between the seeker and his master has to be the closest. They are like the symptoms of a disease, which a sick person must reveal to the doctor in whom he has confidence. Just as he heeds the advice given or the diet prescribed, or diligently takes the medicine given, if he obeys the counsel of his master, he will be able to advance. Another affliction during this period is a change in understanding and sensibility. It is as if he forgets all that he knew, even his idea of himself. New impressions do not correspond to the old ones. He is apt to see things differently, to misunderstand them, to make mistakes. He feels as if he does not exist. He may imagine that he has reached the final level, but this feeling has nothing to do with that high state. He should realize that it is a state of helplessness, of emptiness, a state of desperate need. This is the last level of danger for the self, for it is still vulnerable to descending.
Means then its survival is a strong relation with the shaykh. Why? So that you're not living in your imaginary world, you're not to listen to your inspirations, you're not to listen and follow your inspirations. Your inspirations are only for your ibadah. You don't make any decisions based on what you feel is coming to your heart, because in this training they're teaching it's not your heart that you're dealing with. You're not in Divinely Presence, you're in the presence of shaitan and your nafs, the two sharik, and they're trying to inspire you to go and do things without asking your living guide. And now by help me at nurmuhammad.com you don't have to ask about the colour of the paint of your house. These are just major decisions in which you're going to make a decision, I'm leaving the tariqah, I'm leaving the zikr, I'm doing this, I'm going to go now seek out this person to help me with this magic. You're not supposed to do anything of that nature other than deal with your shaykh, because now shaitan is trying to play with you in religious and pious matters. I've said that's why you see all the people in a community start to make their own centers. They have one community masjid, they go make another masjid. They think they've been inspired by God to do that, to break a community. For what? This is the bad ego, and that's when people are falling prey to that because they don't have a shaykh. And when they have firmness with their guide, it's not that they listen to him, because nobody listens to the guide. But at least you can take his advice and say, his advice seems to be very different than these two guys who are whispering in my ears. Because the one who's whispering is trying to fool us with deceit and in acts of piety. Like we said before, take off your hypocrisy. No, don't take off your hypocrisy. Wear it proudly and take shaitan off. Never leave Allah's way. You want to die in a state where you're completely following Allah's way, not to follow the satanic way, and that's how he fools people and thinking this is a religious inspiration. And there are many examples, most of which you can't talk about onto the internet, of unbelievable things that people are thinking they should do this, they should do that, they should do this. No. These are these are just the wild whisperings of the nafs to make the student to fall into a hole and into an ocean of difficulty. We pray that Allah guide us. This is a path into the cave in the heart of Sayyidina Muhammad, and that Allah dress us and bless us. Who knows himself will know his Lord. In this way of realities is to know myself, know my nafs, know what's happening and what tricks are coming upon me, and then I have to leave. 99.9% are in the ocean of hypocrisy, and all night long they should be praying, and we should be praying, Ya Rabbi, take away nifaq, take away all this hypocrisy. Don't let me to die as a munafiq. Bi hurmati Muhammadan Mustafa wa bi siri Surat al-Fatiha.